The firestorm around Asia Argento, one of the leading voices in the Me Too movement, grows even bigger. Less than a day after she denied having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old minor in 2013, text messages TMZ says they obtained appear to tell a different story. NBC News has not independently obtained or verified the messages, which the website says were exchanged between the Italian actress and an unidentified friend this week, discussing her relationship with actor Jimmy Bennett. In one message, Argento reportedly writes, "I had sex with him. It felt weird. I didn't know he was a minor until the shakedown letter." In a statement on Tuesday, Argento says a payoff to Bennett, which was first reported by the New York Times, was made by her boyfriend, the late Anthony Bourdain. The alleged texts released on TMZ suggest she and her lawyer did not want to pay. In one of the messages, Argento says Bourdain hired someone to look into Bennett, writing, "I have 80 pages on him by a PI that Anthony hired." Tonight, her accuser, Jimmy Bennett, responded for the first time in a statement, writing in part, "I was underage when the event took place, and I tried to seek justice in a way that made sense to me," adding, "At the time, I believed there was still a stigma to being in this situation as a male in our society. Today, I choose to move forward, no longer in silence." Breaking the silence is what the Me Too movement is all about. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News, New York.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.